In this session, I'll clear all your basic doubts on scales. Listen carefully and try to note down the important points. Okay, so scales are really important to know because the flute we are playing is based on a certain scale. And scales are basically notes based on certain frequencies or pitch. Remember that. Now, if you remember, we had 12 swars in Indian classical, right? And everything is derived from Indian classical, the first form of music that there ever was. And after that, the Western music was derived from the Indian classical. So we had 12 swars in Indian classical, and in Western music, we have 12 scales. 12 scales in total. And now write down all the 12 scales. So C. Now after C we have C sharp. C sharp. This is how we note sharp. D. D sharp. E. We don't have sharp for E, so we'll move on to F. F sharp. G. G sharp. Then this was the sequence, right? C, D, E, F, G. And now after G we go back to A. A sharp. B, we don't have sharp for B. And again C is repeated. So, and it goes on and on. Okay. And this is the symbol for sharp. And you also must have heard flat. So this is the symbol of flat. I'll explain these two in a minute. First, let's talk about flute. So for each and every scale, we've got 3 flutes: small, medium, and bass. So bass is the big flute that I play, and medium is the one I recommended you. C medium flute. It's a good flute for beginners. And bass for beginners is the G one, G natural bass. It's good for beginners. So if you're planning to take on a bass flute, G is the one you should go for. Let's learn the scales on this diagram. So this is a keyboard, right? So you must have seen this pattern on a keyboard: 2 blacks and 3 blacks and 2 blacks and 3 blacks, and it repeats itself. So C starts from the white just behind these 2 blacks. So this is a C, this is also a C. Now here we go: C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and then we're again behind these 2 blacks, right? And then it repeats. So this is C. This black is called C sharp. Just a second. So this is C, and this black is called C sharp. This is D, D sharp. Now E. There is no sharp for E, so there is no black for E. So moving forward: F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A, A sharp, B. Again, we don't have sharp for B and no black for B. And then it repeats. So sharp scales are always ahead of its original scales. So for example, this is C, and the key ahead of this is this one, right? So this is sharp. And flat is 1 note behind its original scale. So if this is B, then B flat is 1 note behind, which is A sharp. So A sharp is also called B flat. And so if I ask you what will be E flat, so D sharp will be E flat. Got it? And further on, there is no need to dive deeper into this topic, so just get the basic idea of it. Okay, let's see this diagram. So this is how we denote, just the way I told you. Remember, 7 notes make an octave. Now talking about octaves, in this keyboard, this will be our one cycle, right? 7 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We don't count the black ones, okay? So 7 notes makes an octave. So this will be our Mantra Saptak. This will be our Madhya Saptak. So Mantra Saptak, the lower octave, Madhya Saptak, the middle octave, and this will be our higher octave, right? Tar Saptak. Because if we play keyboard in this direction altogether, then like it'll increase the pitch. Let me show you an example. I'll have to find C, right? So starting from C, just behind these two blacks. So it's also written here, C. This is also C, behind two blacks, C, okay? Right, Mantra Saptak, Madhya Saptak, Tar Saptak. There are only 3 octaves, Mantra Saptak, Madhya Saptak and Tar Saptak. Lower, middle and higher. And when there is a bigger piano with so many patterns of 2 blacks and 3 blacks, then all these 3 octaves gets wider. So all the songs are based on certain scales, and for this reason all the flautists have different kinds of flute. Even I have many flutes, like I've got C, C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp. I had F, was broken. Then I've got G, G sharp. I don't have A's, and I don't have B. Yeah, that's it. So I've got C medium, I've got C sharp bass and medium, D sharp I've got small one and the bass one, E I've got the bass, and I think I have small one too for E, and bass, 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 and yeah, that's it. Slowly and gradually you can keep buying flutes. Once you get comfortable with one flute, then you can try some different scale flutes and some bass flutes too. You should definitely have some bass flutes. It sounds really smooth and sweet. Yeah, that's it for the scales. See you in the next session.